This video is for pausing QuickTime for Mac High Sierra version 10.13.6 and QuickTime version 10.4. I know it's much longer than all the other 3-minute videos on YouTube, but this video goes over all sorts of details that the other videos leave for you to figure out for yourself. You will find this video pretty complete in detail. If you have any questions or comments, my email address is seanhiggins888@yahoo.com. Note that I'm not a professional video guy or techie. I just saw many videos about pausing QuickTime that didn't answer the question at all well. So here you are. Here it is. You will find some redundancy and mistakes, etc. I've left in some of those things, a number of them, to show you what can happen if you do this or that or another thing, and what to do about it so you'll be able to figure things out okay. Okay, this video has several parts to it. The first one will be pausing using full screen, and then there will be another, after that is pausing using partial screen. And some of the, I know there's a couple of peculiar things about pausing when you're in partial screen. And then, because you might want to go to full screen and back to partial screen in the middle of the video, but it turns out, I don't know, I couldn't figure out how to do that, but anyway. And then of course there's the ending and saving the video. You see the video is running already, and we have a little icon up here with a little black box in the center that indicates it's recording. Now when you first open QuickTime, you can either do it from your dock, as you see it's there, or it can be done from QuickTime from within your applications. But you see it switches here, and you've got to have QuickTime up there to make these to operate the program. And now if it weren't already running, this new screen recording would be an option, and that's how you click on the new screen recording, and then what happens, oh, right, you can't press the escape key without QuickTime being up there. Now you have QuickTime here. Now you can press the escape key and you bring up the screen recording box, and so now you can prepare to pause your video. What I was not able to show you because about the pause, because the screen pauses and it stops the video from showing, so I'm going to explain this to you. You see, this is there was an icon up here, and I press the escape key and I get this box, and I get this screen recording box and a little black box here, and I press and hold the option key, it changes, I still keep holding the option. See, I did it and you couldn't see a thing. Anyway, there you go. Now, when you click on this screen recording, you get this box here, and notice that this box is not active. You can't change anything in here until you click on it and make it active. And one of the first things you want to do is to adjust your voice level. As you see what happens when it gets up here, and you put it down like you want it, and you speak and you get it to be something like what seems to be a good idea. Then if you were just beginning, these options would be available, but they've already been chosen and the video is recording, so you can't change them. In this, as you see, the internal microphone is checked, and also show mouse clicks as recording. Okay, so if if you're using this video and you want this control box here and you won't see the icon up here, when you press the escape key it goes from here to this box right here. If you don't want this in your video, you can minimize it, and you see now it's in the video, and you can make changes and do on your screen whatever you want to do. And then suppose now that you want to pause the video, which is obviously why you're looking at this video. The first thing, after having pressed the escape key with the QuickTime player and the icon here, and you press the escape key, it comes up with this box that is, you click on it, you see it's activated. Now you hold down the option key and you see how it changes immediately. Okay, so the screen is recording, and something that I didn't mention, and that is that the little icon up here with a little black box, after you press start recording, it's gray, and it takes a second or two and it will turn black like this. And when it turns black, that is the moment that it actually starts recording. And when you've got your QuickTime player up here and your black icon here, it's all black, you can press the escape button to bring up your screen recording. And now you want to pause. You press the option key and keep holding it. Press it and it changes. Then, okay, so we're recording again. We got the little, we pressed the escape key. We got our little black box here. And we hold down the option, you press and hold. And when I click on here, a black box will come up, and I'm still holding the option key down. But when that black box comes up, that's the instant that it will stop, it will pause recording. And now when you release the option key, the little black box will become a little red dot. And then you can make whatever changes you want to around before you decide to resume. And you come to resume again, you clicked on the QuickTime to get the box back, and this would be a red dot if I had released the option key, but I'm still holding the option key down. And I haven't clicked on the parallel lines, vertical lines here, because as soon as I click on them, it'll pause the video and you won't be able to see the little black box and my releasing the option key after that and the little red dot appearing. And then my clicking on the little red dot and resuming the video. You won't be able to see that. But I just thought I would explain a couple of the details of what you can look for anyway. So I'm going to click on this little black box. So there we are again. See, you didn't see a thing. But that's how it's done. So if you want to end and save, you can click here, and you see this would be, this save would be highlighted if I'd actually clicked on that red dot, or if I'd clicked on that red dot or clicked on the box, then this option here would save, and it would call up a screen to give a title and all that kind of stuff. Or I can click on the red dot here and it will come up. The video will stop immediately and the full screen version of the video will appear over your entire desktop. And right in this location here will be the playback and control options that will be visible if you move your mouse over the desktop any like this. It will appear down here and you can play it back if you want to or whatever. At the same time, now you haven't saved it yet if you're doing this. It hasn't been saved yet. As you see at the top here, it will still say untitled as your video is in full screen view. It'll still say untitled. And now, if you click on the little red dot up here in that screen, you'll get a drop-down menu here, and it will ask you for a title, a tag, what directory you want to save it to. Do you want to delete it, cancel, or save? And I can't show you that right here because as soon as I click this dot, it's going to end the video. And okay, now here we've chosen the option for a partial screen, and we just drag the cursor around the desktop to do this, and it came up with a little notice here that said start recording, and we clicked on that, and there's a little black box in the menu bar that shows that we are in fact recording. And you see we can move things around in this window, but it holds the window in the desktop, and you can move things around. The mouse cursor, it actually is outside the window you're viewing, but it's still holding on to that box as I'm moving it around. Okay, now suppose I want to pause this. I'm going to press down the escape key. Again, I have to have QuickTime player and the active here, so when I press down the escape key, and I have here again that the video is running, and now that QuickTime is up here, I'm going to hold the option key down, and then I'm going to click. It's recording again, but I'm not getting a partial screen. I started with a partial screen, but I don't see how that I can, in the middle of a video, that I can, when I start out with a partial screen, that I can then pause it and go back to a partial screen. I don't see the option of how to do that. Okay, so here we are again with partial screen, and you see from my last comments that I thought we were not back onto partial screen. I did while we were in partial screen, I did pause according to the guidelines methods that were previously described. But when I saw that little red dot in the screen recording box and clicked on that little red dot, it apparently started recording again in the screen, partial screen that I had started with, but the boundaries were not visible. And that's why I made the comment. I says that I can't see how to get back to a partial screen, but in fact I was recording the partial screen again. And I simply hadn't been, you see, I changed here to put something else in the partial screen. And if I get QuickTime Player in the menu bar again, and I get my little black box, darkened black box in the menu bar, and press Escape, and then I hold down the Option key, and I'm going to click the two parallel lines, and I'll get the black box, and then I'm going to release the Option key, and I'll get a little red box, and then I'll come right back. So here I am back again, and you see it. It's I can't see the boundaries of the partial screen. I can't tell what's in and what's out of the partial on my desktop. I can't see it. So there you are. It's kind of odd. Okay, so we're recording in partial screen again, and I'm going to try to change the size of the partial screen while it's paused, and Again, I can't see the boundaries when I come back from resume from pausing in partial screen. I can't see the boundaries of what the partial screen is on my desktop. But I'm going to see if I can change it anyway. So here we go with the escape key, and the boundaries of the box have disappeared. I'm going to pause the partial screen. There goes the two parallel lines. I'm going to click on it and get the black box that'll pause the video. Okay, so I changed the box. I still can't see the video boundaries, but maybe the box is different now. I'm going to have to check it after I stop the video completely. Anyway, so, well, I guess we'll stop the video and see now. So anyway, I did review the video where I, last part where I tried to change the size and boundaries of the box on the desktop, and I went and resumed it, and again, when I resumed, I couldn't see the boundaries, so I didn't know until I stopped the video and reviewed the video, and I find on review of the video that the area on my desktop that I had originally selected at the beginning of that video was still the same. So trying to change the box didn't work. There you are. Okay, so we're recording partial screen again. Last time we tried to go to pause and go to a full screen. If we pause, I'm not sure. We'll have to get QuickTime up in the menu bar that you can't see, but I'm going to click on QuickTime in the dock, and it calls up QuickTime player in the top menu bar where I now have the options, and I see the little black box in the menu bar up on the right. It indicates that this video is being recorded. But if I go to try to pause this, and I press the escape, if I press the escape key, it's going to stop the partial screen recording, and I do not see how to get back to it. If I'm here, if I wanted to open up something else in the desktop, I can open up that, move that out of the way. If I want to, suppose I want to call up Google, and I want to go to, say, a website. I can navigate and I can make things happen while you can't see them on the screen. I can make things happen. Well, what is going on? Oh, here we are. I can make things happen, and I can call up stuff, but only the certain part of the screen is going to be visible. And I can do things that will affect the screen, but only within the window. And I can move things in the window. As you see, still on the partial screen, so I can work on the desktop, but only this part of the desktop will be visible. So if I want to get things all visible in the screen, I have to minimize it, because you're only going to be able to see what's visible on the desktop within this screen here. And I don't see how to pause the video Here you go. Here's South America. Here's the United States. I'll blow it up a little more. You can see the continental shelf, all kinds of interesting things. Anyway, if I want to stop this video, I'm going to press the escape key and I'll get the screen recording button. Or I could with the little menu black box here, I could stop it there, but here I'm going to stop it. Well, that's it for the video. I know it's been a long video, but I think it's pretty thoroughly got you on the right path that you can figure things out. If you have any questions, feel free to email. And the Turning Earth is from Google. You see below, it's maps.google.com. If you want to play around with that, it's a lot of fun. Anyway, take care.